MYR is a software conceived to simplify the prototype making process, designed to express creativity without increasing business costs. It will also help to significantly improve sustainability in textile industry. The first thing we ask you to choose from are the sustainable and the as usual pet that you can choose to realize the denim collection in high definition. On the second page, there are 4 icons. With these 4 icons, we do offer 2 main possibilities to work with MYR. The first one is using black and white sketches made in Adobe Illustrator and saved in an SVG format. The second way to use MYR is using an archive of existing garments with photo made in high resolution and saved in a PNG format. On the blue side, it will be MYR team to provide sketches and photos. On the orange side, we give the possibility to our customer to import their sketches in this way. Select the folder, select the fit that I would like to import. There is a predefined dimension and we use the distance from the side seam to define the dimension of the fit. I select the gender. The predefined dimension is 50 centimeters that we suggest, but it can be changed, as also it can be changed the reference that you can give to set up the dimension of the garment. So it can be from the waistband till the bottom of the garment. This is needed to give the program the possibility to adapt to the dimension of the fit buttons, rivets, patches, and now I have it already in the men's folder. In the same way, we can go in your photo area and we can import a photo. The photo needs to be at high resolution with a clean background. I do select again the gender of the garment and the photo is in the program. To select it, I just click on it and we are now in the main page of the program. So on this side, we have all the icons for the material selections and the laundry treatments. On the other side, we have all the tools that will allow us to work on the garment till to achieve the desired look. So let's start with, first of all, make the size of the garment bigger. And then I do start to do my customization. For example, from our archive of effects, we can select a local abrasion. I just select to see a preview to see how it can look like on a denim. But I simply drag it on the garment and I can increase or decrease the intensity. I can rotate it. I can stretch it to adapt it to the fit. And with the scale function, I can make it bigger or smaller. And we can do this operation on all the files of the program. To increase the local abrasion intensity, we can use also another function that is the brush. I select the dimension of the sphere. I can decrease or increase the intensity, and I can spray on the garment and also add other details, like for example the bed wash. I can apply it on the garment, and again with the opacity I can increase or decrease the intensity. I can move it, I can rotate it, I can also selecting spots. We have two kinds of different spots. We have spot colors that applied on the garment. I go in the opacity tool, I select the color from the sub-menu and I can select a color and color them, or I can select bleach spots and also apply this effect on the garment. The other thing that I can do is rips. We have a big archive of rips as well, in different color, like the first main differentiation that we do is to divide them between rigid and stretch. If a rip can go on a rigid fabric or on a stretch fabric. Then we have different color of the weft, like black weft, dirty weft, gray weft, and white weft. And we do have also different kind of, like the mended ones. I do select this, and I can apply it on my garment. The other thing that I would like to show you is also the dirty tool. So, going in the sub-menu, I can select the dimension of the sphere, I can select a color, I can select the intensity, and I can make local dirty spray on the pant. Or, with the undo button, I can always delete the last operation done, selecting another color, for example this one, decreasing a little bit the intensity. With a double click, I can do an all-over tint effect on the garment. The last thing that I would like to show on picture is the all-over laser. The all-over laser can also be modified in different way, can be scaled, like for example to have it bigger or smaller. The pattern can be also rotated as well. With the erase tool, I can clean the areas where I don't want the laser to be. I can clean also here, for example. And with the color function, I can color it to obtain a sort of printing effect. But also I can increase the intensity and color it again. Now let's see as well also how to make a garment from a black and white sketch. Let's go in your sketch and let's add a sketch made in Illustrator. Once it's in the folder, I just select it. But before we go to work on it, I will open a file with a wash already made, so to see the final result. This is an already saved file where you can see the final result, and what I would like to show now is the print function. With print function, the program will generate a PDF file with all the information about the garment. So you have the image of the garment, that it can be also printed, imagine by your supplier. He will print it in an A3 page, so it can have a real dimension. Then there are all the details related to the image you did, and they can be also changed in the settings, that you can find them always in our menu bar. There is already listed the selection of the fabric and the yarn that have been used, with details about the fabric, the characteristics, and also the supplier code. There is a page with listed the accessories, label, rivets, buttons, with the quantity, the material, and all the technical feature. Most important, there is a page with the laser effects. I mean, all the used areas are replicated into this page, and they can be given to the laundries to be tried directly with laser. They will need to do some adjustment, like they will need to work a bit on a grayscale and also on the dimension, but they have already a strong guideline to start to reproduce the garment. And there is the last page for the printed effect. We have no print effect at the moment, but any colored effect on the garment, it will be displayed on this page. Important is as well to know that the header of the page can be changed. Here it can be inserted your logo, your company name, and contacts as well. The other important things to see about print, it's also that you can print all pages, or you can select what you would like to print and to send to your supplier. Now, after seeing this, I select a fit. So, let's start now from a black and white drawing. First of all, fabric selection. Clicking on the fabric icon, we have this page where fabrics are displayed by comfort, rigid, stretch, color, weight, and also by supplier. Every fabric is presented in 6 washing shades for any article, and if I, for example, would like to have a 12 ounce, I go in the 12 ounce category, and double clicking on the fabric, I have this page where you can see the logo of the supplier. You can see a link that will give you directly access to the website, and there will be also another link for the geolocalization. It means that you will know directly all the sales agency of that supplier closer to your office. And there are all the technical characteristics of the fabric listed as well. So, if I like this fabric, simply dragging it, I can place it on the garment. Now, I'm going to select a button as well, and for the button, we have the same thing. I would like to explain as well that on any item in the program, there is this heart sign at the bottom of every related page, and simply clicking the green sign, I will find them back in my favorite area. This is an area where all the items that you use the most or that you like the most, you can save them directly into this space. So let's go back to the bottom, and now it's placed on the garment. Then I will do the same procedure for rivets as well. With the copy function, I can just drag them, but you can also place them anywhere. Now, let's see together the sewing icon. So, we have different color cards. We can select a color card and we can choose a color, let's say for example this one, and going in the yarn type, we can change first of all the thickness and the point per centimeter as well. We can go in the coloring area and we can decide to change, for example, all thread colors, or we can go again in the color card, choose another color, and we can decide to change the color of the thread by area, or we can change them one by one. For the bar text, we go in the bar tack area, we can change the thickness and the length as well. We can choose the by area also possibility, and we can change the color of the bar tack accordingly. Now, let's start with the laundry effect. So, we have a big archive of moustache, so we can, for example, choose from our big archive different templates, and we can customize our pens rotating them. We can, with the opacity tool, increase or decrease the intensity. We can stretch them as well to adapt to our fit, or we can also, using the unshape, make them longer. If we like what we did, with the mirror function, we can move the moustache on the other side, but we can, with the cut tool, for example, give them a different shape. We can, for example, copy them as well and make a different pair of moustache. So, from the archive that we propose, from the file that we propose of moustache and different laundry effects, we can at least double them just using the tools that we offer. Let's choose now a local abrasion. I will first of all start to decrease the intensity. After selecting the local abrasion, I can stretch it. I can scale it to make it bigger or smaller. I can increase or decrease the intensity, and I can choose another effect from our knee selection to make it stronger. And here as well, I'm going to work on the shape, rotating it, and the intensity. And I can also increase more the intensity of the moustache. Another way to increase the moustache intensity is also to click the copy tool and to click again on the moustache. Now, I can select, for example, from waistbands, use the effect, and I can also adjust it in the direction and the intensity. And I can also copy it and bring it to the other side. Another thing that I would like to show is also the possibility to use the Adjust Fabric tool. With this tool, we can make the fabric lighter or darker and go in between the 6 proposed shades. And we can also match the abrasion level on the seams. Now I'm going to add a rip because I would like to show another function that is in the sewing area. So what we can do is also to select a color of the yarn. We can go in the sewing option and there are 3 possibilities. For example, to customize our rips. And one of these is to do a zigzag effect. We can also choose a different color. And we can go over it. We can also make a freehand draw. If we, for example, select a patch, we can customize a patch ripper with the line function, for example, and to imitate like a homemade kind of repair effect. The other thing that I would like to show are the single item laser. We have different kind of as well. They can be placed on the garment and they can also be modified, changing the intensity and coloring them as well. We do also give the possibility in the laser files to choose the half leg. With the half legs, you'll have the possibility to see 2 different laser templates applied on the pant. And you can have the possibility to try at once 2 different effects. And of course, you always have the option available to color them. For the label selection, I'm clicking on the label icon. We have different kind of labels divided by shape, material and color. So I can select easily the label. I drag it on the garment. So first of all, click and move. We can move the label on the garment. We can rotate and we can actually also scale it to make it a little bit even bigger. And now we have it perfectly placed. My Warehouse. Clicking on the icon My Warehouse you will actually have access to a private and confidential area where you can import fabrics, buttons, rivets and labels. Let me show you how you can easily do this operation. Clicking on the Add button, you will have this page where is written Import New Elements. I'm clicking to select a picture. I'm going on the desktop where I have previously saved the pictures of the fabric that I would like to import. And I'm going to choose the fabric that I would like to import in my warehouse. And in this page, you can actually write the name of the fabric, the article. Then you need to insert the width and the height. And then you have the space to add all your notes and technical features related to the fabric that you'd like to import. Let me just insert the measurements that for fabric is going to be 204.8 as width and the same 204.8 as height, and then clicking on the green sign, the fabric is imported. Now you need just to repeat the same operation for all the other categories. For buttons, we can do the same. So you can give it a name, you can write the technical feature, and you need to insert the width and the height. That for the buttons is going to be 21 and 21. Clicking on the green sign, and the button is in. I am going to do the same for rivets. And for rivets, the measure is going to be 11 and 11. And it's in as well. And labels. For labels, the measures are going to be 80 and 60. So 80 is the width and 60 is the height. And the label is in as well. The main thing of my warehouse is that today we give the possibility to import fabric and accessories. In the future, we will open different possibilities. But also the main point is that it's an exclusive area, strictly confidential, where no one else can see what you're going to import in it. Thank you. In the menu bar, what is interesting to know is also that there is going to be the news icon, where actually all the suppliers that will adhere to the networking community, they can actually publish all their news regarding new fabric mades, new technologies, joining fairs, and all the events that they think are going to be interesting for the users to know about them and what they are doing. And also, there is another important icon, that is this one, that actually it shows everything that you can do to handle your work, from open a new project, open an old file previously saved, save as, to change the model information in the print document, to export the image of the garment and the laser image, to print the PDF document with all the information related to the washings you are making. There is going to be the list of network of suppliers that are going to join the networking community, and also different way to modify the settings of the print pages, and all the list of suppliers and different sponsors. Using those touchscreen monitors with MYR, is it also possible to work in a faraway distance with different facilities? We are thinking about brands that they have different premises in different places, like for example, one in New York and the other one in Europe, or different companies like brands that wanted to interact with garment makers or laundries, showing and sharing the same file and actually being able to work on it together in real time and modifying things. So that anyone can join the same project, saving time, trips, and raw materials.